Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurusmoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the Masters of the Universe Masterverse Revelation King Grayskull figure from Mattel. King Grayskull did not get a ton of screen time in Revelation, however, definitely a badass character. Great design that kind of adds to the mythos of the entire He-Man Masters of the Universe deal. So yeah, a lot of good stuff that is carried over into this figure. So let's take a look at it. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, Mattel absolutely knocked it out of the park here. Definitely a great translation of screen to plastic. And yeah, obviously we are built off that same just male buck that we've been seeing throughout the line so far. And a lot of the same elements that we've seen in the He-Man figure and probably the Barbarian He-Man figure that is due out soon-ish this year, I'm pretty sure. Unfortunately, I do not have the original He-Man figure to compare this to, so I won't be able to do that. But in any event, we have some really nice elements, like a nice wash on the loincloth. Like that the belt and gauntlet pieces have this nice bronze and gold interplay. Just looks really nice. Everything very, very cleanly painted. And obviously the chest piece, I don't know actually what you'd call this. That is also very clean. Nice shade of red. Again, with that same shade of gold. And yeah, obviously, and what really sells this whole design and certainly puts it way over the He-Man design for me is the cape. Like this cape, which is wired, by the way, which is just, oh man, I can't believe we got this in a retail release. Usually this is special edition or exclusive sort of thing, but that is great. Love the shade of red here. The weathering isn't too bad. Usually these sorts of cuts look a little cartoony or just like forced, and I think it actually works here. So that's really nice. And then we get this nice fur overlay at the top, and just looks great. And not only it's super comfy, it's actually, this feels super nice. So this has got to be the most comfortable piece of clothing. And yeah, not only that, but we got great details here with the dreads, and you know, the hair tie piece here with again that gold carrying over and the red carrying over into the hair ties, both in the back and front. And yeah, same wash coming down to the boots, and then we got the black straps. So lots of details and very nice just overall presentation here. So aesthetics are great. So we get a great loadout of accessories, so let's jump right into it. And right off the bat, starting with hands, we get a couple of C grips right out of the package. And then beyond that, we get a right fist. Get that to focus, there we go. Right fist, and a left kind of open palm hand, and that is meant to go with our shield right here. So our shield cast in a silver plastic with an inlay of a gold plastic, and that kind of carries over with the straps here, which again is why I'm still holding the hand. As you can see, the smaller strap, you can just put that over the thumb and then place that on the arm. That'll work out. And then we get again, that nice shade of red carrying over here to this design as well, which is the same as the chest piece. Then we get a couple of head sculpts. So right out of the box, we get the more kind of gritting teeth, fierce look, and looks really good. One of the better head sculpts in the line, I think, so far. And they're definitely improving just overall. And then we get a more stoic face. Again, I love both these. I'm not sure which one I'm going to keep on the figure as the main display one, but yeah, just really well done overall. Trying to get this to focus, pardon me. There we go. So just really great details, clean paint all around both heads. And yeah, and then finally, some of my favorite accessories, and that is the swords. I love swords anyway, but we get both the Preternian sword, focus, and the Subternian sword. And yeah, just both of these cast very well. I love the designs of each of them. Not only that, but the metallics are just absolutely beautiful, especially this purple on the Subternian sword. It really brings it to life, makes it very appealing to look at. And as we can see, we get some gold here on the Preternian sword with some brown on the handle, and just casting that silver plastic. And you know, the cape I considering an accessory, but because it does come off, there's just some Velcro here, and you can just totally remove that. But it's definitely part of the look of the figure. And yeah, I got some nice wiring in the cape here, and yeah, just really well done overall. So that's accessories. Definitely some good stuff in the articulation department, and again, being built off that main male buck. If you have any familiarity with the line so far, you pretty much know what to expect, but regardless, I'm gonna break it down right now. And just off the top, as you can see, the cape automatically is gonna elevate a lot of this. And so we're starting with the head, and we are on a ball joint. And because of the hair sculpt, we're not going to get too much, and the cape's going to kind of get in the way here. So we're not looking down too much. We're not really looking up at all, and not too much tilt. Again, and that's because they angle the neck forward, and a better look of that is from Savage He-Man, where, yeah, just you can see how far forward the neck is, and that just, I really wish they would change that. I hope if they do a different buck, or at least change this top torso piece, they end up changing that, because that's disruptive. Then we come to the shoulders, and we are on a just hinge and swivel. We come up into a perfect T. We have bicep swivel. We have double jointed elbows. If you fold beautifully in half, we have hinge and swivel at the wrist, all horizontal. And then we have a ball joint in the diaphragm. So we're getting about that much crunch, about that much back. That's our neutral. We do have a waist swivel, though we are going to swivel also at that ball joint in the diaphragm. Come down to the hips. Almost full splits. Absolutely wonderful. We have thigh swivel. We have double jointed knees, bringing us to there. Boot swivel. Perfect point. Slightest bit of forward. Some insane rocker. And then I'd be remiss to not just exactly point out that the wire in the cape goes the full length all the way up through the back, down the length of both sides. So that's going to give you a lot more posability, definitely in line with the exclusive scare glow, pardon me, that came out a couple of years ago. So that's Articulation. Getting into size comparisons, here he is with some other Masterverse figures, with some other Motu lines, with some Hasbro, with some imports, with some monsters. Finally, with an Articulated Icons Oni, and yours truly in human form as an Articulated Icons Ninja. So my final thoughts on the Masterverse King Grayskull figure is that this is an absolutely kick-ass figure. Honestly, it has the feel of a con exclusive, while being actually not sure if this is permanently a Target exclusive or if it's a timed exclusive deal. But in any event, I believe it's readily available right now. It's still up for pre-order on the Target site. However, it is definitely being found on shelves, because I was able to find this on the shelf in my local Target, which isn't the best with these sorts of things. However, I have been noticing that Target exclusives, certainly for the Masterverse line, have been showing up in relatively large quantities, at least in my area. So I hope you get luck in finding your own. It's certainly if you're interested in this figure. And honestly, you should be, because this is definitely one of the best in the line so far. So that being said, I will have a link in the description below to the Target link, to the Target's page, and if it shows up on other sites later, I will definitely update the listing. So definitely check back if you're looking for other outlets. And that being said, I hope you found this review informative and somewhat entertaining. If you did, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, and or sharing. And beyond that, if you want to take it to the next level and help me out even more, I will have ways to do that in the description as well. So please, please, please check those out. And with all that being said, ultra thanks to you one last time for watching, and I hope you take care of yourself, take care of those around you, and most importantly, stay weird, simians.